Hi guys, it's Kristen. So I've got a fun and scrappy fabric haul for you today. It's a couple of places that I bought from. So first thing was from eBay. I have to look up how big this is. It's like a panel. I don't know if it's quite a panel. It's a repeat, I guess. But the reason I bought this, so it's just it repeats about 5 times. Yeah, and then there's like a half of the pattern down there. But I bought this because it reminded me of Mexico. So my dad, when he was alive, lived in Mexico about half the year. So I visited it loads. And of course, you see images of Virgin Mary and this kind of gold, ornate imagery everywhere, and the flowers and the colors and everything. So I was kind of thinking I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I've got a vague idea of like a Mexican themed quilt, because I've not been back there for years, because obviously my father's passed on, but also with kids it's harder to travel. So yeah, it just made me feel nostalgic when I saw it. I'll try and find out how much I paid for it and put the price on the screen. It wasn't too much. I'm pretty sure I was the only person bidding for it. So anyway, I think it's quite pretty. The rest of the stuff is from a local quilt shop in Edinburgh called My Bear Paw. And they sell remnants, which you know I love, and little scrap bags. So that is what I kind of went nuts on. So I'll go through the remnants first, the bigger bits. So, and she packages them up in these cute little bits of string, which I reuse for like gift tags. You know, you make your own gift tags and you just use those. Anyway, so the fabric line is Linea Cosmo, and it's 1 meter with the fabric. And so you can kind of see the discount and the price on there. That's in British pound sterling. So I love these kind of, do you call them tone on tone? You call them tone on tone, don't you? That's what I quite like that. So it's not quite a solid, and it's not quite a print. And these kind of bright pinky purpley colors are kind of my thing as well. So another one that could end up being in something with that is this one. So it's Luminance Trinket Magenta, and that's 90 centimeters by width of fabric, and I think you should be able to see the price there as well. And it's got all these little different elements on it. I'm not sure if might be Alison Glass. If it's not, it's very Alison Glass-esque, isn't it? So that's the other one. This one is Carolyn Friedlander Metallic Seafoam, 50 centimeters by width of fabric, and I just quite liked that as well. Then here's another one that's kind of a lower volume one. So this is gray. It says GBQ. I'm not sure what that stands for. It's gray, silver, 50 centimeters width of fabric, and I like these kind of text prints as a background fabric, so I quite like that one. And then I got 2 of these just because I have no idea what I'm going to use them for. They're animal prints, right? I quite like an animal print. Like I've got leopard print shoes and stuff like that. But this is Around the World Giraffe Black, 70 centimeters by width of fabric. And I just quite liked that. So I don't know. I could do some sort of an animal print quilt, because I do have another. I think I've got like a blue leopard print fabric somewhere. Or I could, that kind of thing would be cool as a bag lining as well. Just to have something cool when you open your purse or your handbag. And then Around the World. So that must be a fabric line. Zebra, 55 centimeters by width of fabric. Apologies, guys, if I don't know who all the designers are and stuff. Hopefully you're getting enough information from looking at the tags to be able to look these up yourself if you're interested in these. Because I'm not really the most up on fabrics and designers and all of that because of the way I buy the fabric. So the other thing that she has, which I really like at this shop, this is going to be a bit crinkly or crackly, is these little scrap bags, and she sells them by color, which I quite like. So I've had a few of these ones before, these low volume ones. So I'll open this one up. Sorry for the crinkling. So, and I'm kind of working on that low volume scrap quilt, which obviously I make enough scraps myself, but sometimes you can get some interesting little bits. Like I really like that. It's like, looks like math sums and stuff. There's a bit of that one. More little text one. And so there's just various sizes. Some of them are longer than others. But there's usually some cool prints that like I probably don't have or haven't come across. That's quite pretty. And it seems to be fairly long. So it would just like add some interest, I think, to my low volume quilt, because obviously some of the scraps get repetitive, because if I've used the same fabric and cut it out multiple times, then I've got a lot of the same scraps. So anyway, I think that's quite nice. And then I've got orange, purple, yellow, pink. Oh, see, that could go in my animal print quilt, that bit of orange there, if I do one like that. So yeah, there's a little bit of that. It's probably, yeah, in fact, that's definitely from the same fabric line, isn't it? This looks like a kind of a linen-y thing. That looks more pink to me, but that's fine. And I've been doing my one color crumb blocks as well. So I can add some of the smaller pieces of this to that. And when I'm doing my farmer's wife quilt, something like this, it doesn't look like much fabric, but depending on which block you're doing, there can be enough of that to do a block. Like if it's a block that takes 3 or 4 different things, and there was one that didn't need very much, you might be able to get something out of something that's as small as that even. So a little bit of Halloween. Not sure what I'll do with that. But so sometimes there's bits I'm not crazy about, but most of that I like. And purple. So little things you can fussy cut. So little ducks here. That's that same line, but in purple. This again, see this little bit of a solid again. I would look at that and think I could probably get part of a farmer's wife quilt block out of this, you know, or use it for some foundation paper piecing or something like that, because it's large enough, really. I know it doesn't look very big, but you can do lots with it, basically. So just lots of little bits and pieces, and some of them cut quite strangely. So little bits. I think I have another little bit of this one somewhere, and these are other little crumbs and things. So these could end up in my sort of purple crumb blocks kind of thing. Then I've got yellow. So let me move that over. So there's a little strawberry thing. It's just lots of little bits. So if you're into like really scrap quilting, or you like making some of the journal covers that I've made before, little bits like this can just add a cute bit of interest to that. You don't really want a lot of it, you just want a little bit of a lot of things, you know. And it's just kind of, it's also a kind of creative challenge to just use something a bit different. Ooh, I like this one, I can tell already. It's not the whole typewriter, but still, that would be cute. So even just poking out of something, that's cute. So yeah, so it just kind of gets your mind going, you know, and you might not, I probably wouldn't buy all of these fabrics, you know, in a fat quarter or even in a remnant. But it kind of gets me looking at different things. Here is another pink bit. So I'm just going to put that with that. If I need a little bit of extra for whatever I end up using that for. And I don't really sort my, I'm not going to go and cut these all up into smaller sizes. I think I've said that in other videos. I kind of wait and see what I want to use it for before I go cutting, because I don't like to, I know some people think they use their scraps more if they cut them to smaller size, but for me, I feel like there'd be regret in that at some point, that I would want it for something bigger and not want it cut up, basically. So it depends. These I would put I usually put strips in one place, and what I would call, so that would go with crumbs. And then something more like this size or this size, I would actually just put with the rest of my fabric. That's big enough for me, because I don't have yards and yards of anything really. So this one I think must be blue. So there is a strip of like a florally thing. So they're quite different from each other. Can't get that open. Anyway, that's folded in half. This, see, I like this kind of thing with the sort of scrabbly letters. And that's really pretty. Even just a little bit of it could be cute somewhere. This looks like a bear. So there's just lots of fun little bits, and I quite enjoy this kind of thing. I know not everybody does. A lot of people just get rid of this. So I think I had another one of these ducks somewhere. Where was that? Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna have fun with these, and maybe we'll see them in a future project. Like some of them I like more than others. This one is not my cup of tea, to be honest, with the butterflies. But anyway, I can definitely use these bits, and maybe the yellow could be cut up so you can't tell what it is or something. And I do like this. I can see on the selvage. This is Janet Claire, and I do like her stuff. She's one fabric designer. I do know some of. So with the crane, so that's quite pretty. Definitely use that in something. So that's my scrappy fabric haul for today. Still trying not to buy too much, but I had a moment, and yeah, I treated myself. I hope you're having fun with any fabric purchases you're making. If you like fabric haul videos or scrappy quilting videos, then please do subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for spending time with me. Bye.